Well, you know how many shows, especially of the HBO variety, only go up to 10. But this one goes up to 11. That's because 11's like the most rockin' number, on the flippin' planet. I completely concur with Mr. Nigel Tufnell of one of the greatest bands of all time, Spinal Tap. Number 11. Does it get too much cooler? I don't know. If you're more of the death metal rocker, perhaps 666, like Maiden said so many years ago. But I want to welcome everyone to the 11th episode of the Jaime and Fuego Rock Show. Bienvenidos. Thank you so much for spending the next, probably around 11 minutes with me. That was the original intent when I started this show. Sometimes I go a little under, sometimes I go a little over. But today I'm shooting for right about that perfect range. Big evening, at least as far as the deportes, the sports fans go. I'm sure that there's going to be a few people watching and anticipating a loss from Mr. LeBron James this evening. But unfortunately, I think that those San Antonio Spursies, they had their time in the sun. They had their opportunity to do it the other night, and I think that home court advantage, old crazy King James, as much as I despise the cat, he's going to be winning his title. So, but for all of us who actually think that there's more important things in life besides watching a bunch of overgrown dudes running around playing shooty hoops, there is some fantastic music that's going down in the Valley this evening, most notably at the Rocky Point Cantina, where there is going to be a local band here from Phoenix that I am just absolutely over the moon, to the heavens, or in this case I should probably say to the depths of hell, excited about getting to discover oh so randomly. They go by the name of the WRECKHOUSE Stranglers. And they're out of Phoenix, and they're playing a very just potent blend of punk, a little bit of a little bit of metal. Man, I'm thinking about grassy meadows, and, wonderful cool weather in the midst of all this heat, I suppose. That sun is seemingly frying my brain, amigos. But, it's a nice potent blend of punk, metal, kind of psychobilly. I guess, the easiest comparison would be to make them akin to one of my personal favorite bands of all time, the Misfits, led by the incomparable Glenn Danzig, who I must admit I was incredibly disappointed about his ass canceling on us, or I should say postponing on us, or so the box office at the Marquee Theater told me a couple months ago when he was supposed to be doing a Danzig Legacy show. It was going to be, him and original Misfits tunes. Gosh darned, man, it would have been so fantastic. But apparently that's just a pipe dream at this point. He knows if he'll ever reschedule. But if you want to see some honest-to-God, comparable quality tunage, and I say that with the complete certainty, the WRECKHOUSE Stranglers will bring that type of heat, that type of humor, that type of urgency. And I was just so impressed listening to their stuff, especially for the sheer fact that they have a wicked sense of humor about them as well. And anytime a group, especially that's dealing with, kind of the whole, deathcore, horrorcore, psychobilly, there's always, kind of a I guess dark aspect, and at least visually. But these guys do not take themselves supremely seriously. It's not just like, life and death type thing. And that is perfectly evidenced by the song that I have chosen to play by them. And, there's some better recordings on their Bandcamp and on their Reverb Nation. They're working on a brand new album right now, which they have finished recording apparently, and it is about to hit the mixing process. Great tracks like Cheating Death, Angels Cry, Ninja Shit, Devil's Ride. But the song that I ended up going with was the one that really just made me smile and start dancing around my living room here at my casa. And the title especially just made me almost, piss my pants. I was laughing so hard. It was flipping fantastic. So here we are, y'all. You're about to hear from Phoenix's own WRECKHOUSE Stranglers. And this is their song, which was actually performed live. And this is from their live album from January 2013 called Live at the Hollywood Alley. Great venue just on the outskirts of Tempe right as you're jumping into Mesa. This track will put a smile on your face. I guarantee it. It's called Spanx for the Memories.
Anyone want to do a shot with us? Thank you for coming out and sticking around tonight. We had some great bands. Oh my God. Seriously. Cheers. Egi Shegedra. Salud. Skull. Nostrovia. 'Cause 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 'C This is the part of the evening where we like to give spanks for the memories. Please join me in the silence. Those freaking memories. She had them for days. Spanks for memories. Whoa, spanks for the memories. Whoa, spanks for the memories. Whoa, spanks for the memories. Whoa, it's been so long. Oh my heart, on the way out now. She clicks my heart and breaks my heart. All the ways I'm trying to play too long. When I do it on my own, finally alone. And I do always spanks for the memories. Whoa, 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 been so long to call my name. All the way around now, yeah, she takes my heart, oh my name. All the way around now, yeah, we've been too long. And I do it on my own, on my own. And I do thanks for the memories. Whoa, thanks for the memories. Whoa, thanks for the memories. Whoa, thanks for the memories. Whoa.
Oh man, so there you go, everybody. Spanks for the memories. Yeah, I was just about dying last night when I first heard that. Spanks for the memories, everybody. You know that what man doesn't can appreciate that, or many women as well. So I want to say spank you very much to WRECKHOUSE Stranglers for creating such an awesome song, and not all of it has that essence of goofiness to it, but. Yeah, that one just really struck a chord with me. They've got wonderful array of songs as well. That I actually purchased their Live at Hollywood Alley record off of Bandcamp, so you can find that on there, as long as the rough mixes of some tracks from that forthcoming album that I was mentioning. Do a solid, do a donation, to these awesome local bands that are just slogging away. All that they want to do is make music to make you happy and enrich your lives, people. Come on. Is that so much to ask? Just, toss a few bucks their way. Help them aid in the process of, further creation and further fulfillment within their lives and stuff like that, because everyone deserves that, right? And they're going to be rocking it tonight and enriching all of your lives at the Rocky Point Cantina this evening, and it is a hell of a list of bands. So the Rocky Point Cantina is basically just southeast of Rule and University on 8th Street. So basically, if you cruise about a block or two south of University, and then just about a block or two east of Rule, which is basically what Scottsdale Road turns into after you go south of the 202, that's where you'll find Rocky Point Cantina. And as I mentioned, it's a hell of a list of bands this evening. So the headliners are from Texas by way of Denmark originally, the Necromantics, forefathers in the psychobilly genre, and heading all the way back to the 80s to trace their history. There's also going to be the Graveyard Johnnies from the UK. They're going to be on the bill as well, along with the homegrown tunes of Tuba Cities, the Blissons, and then obviously the aforementioned WRECKHOUSE Stranglers, one of the guys that you just heard. So score your tickets, $13 at the door. That's a hell of a deal for, an entire evening of, awesome, punk, psychobilly, horrorcore radness that'll just keep you entertained way late into the evening. So that's basically the show for today, amigos. I want to extend a grande gracias, as per always. Thank you so very much for tuning in, spending these few minutes with me today. Greatly appreciated every single time. And now that we're past 11, it's just going to keep on going, and the righteousness is just going to keep duplicating itself, hopefully. So I will always have some of the raddest bands playing each night to talk to you guys about. And just keep tuning in. Jump onto YouTube and subscribe to my channel. If you Google Jaime and Fuego, you will also find my articles on Examiner.com where I write about national acts. But I'm actually thinking about getting back into doing a little writing for the local boys as opposed to just doing this show. It's kind of reinvigorated that interest in trying to do some local journalism as well, as opposed to just covering the big boys, which is what I've been doing for the last year or so. So, Google Jaime and Fuego. You'll find the Examiner articles that I've done. You'll also find the YouTube channel. If you're into that social network and shite, you'll also find my Facebook and my Twitter. If you want to give some feedback or talk some smack, whatever it may be, I'm down for either. Constructive criticism is always good. But, then again, so are the positive words, because hopefully they allow you to duplicate what you're doing right. So, once again, everybody, I thank you so very much. And go check out WRECKHOUSE Stranglers this evening. Do it now. Talk to y'all later.